there is really a lot of Chinese activity coming over via Hong Kong, via Taiwan, but there's also a lot of South Korea money coming in. And so far, you have really to see that there is the first entrance for the Asian money was the UK, from my understanding. On the other side, we see also a lot of family offices coming off from the Middle East, looking once again into Europe, and mainly looking for high-value hotel businesses where they would like to get a little bit more exposure to hotels. Logistics is not on their plate because there you have to have also a very strong asset management capability, which most of them don't have. And as the insurers have come in and tried also to put money into logistics already with the developers over there, I think it would be a very difficult bid for them to try to compete with them in this area. So what we see is that, yes, Chinese institutional funds are also coming, but what we also see is that a number of Israeli insurance companies are looking into Germany, are looking into the UK, are looking into France. So I would say for the time being it's very difficult to say that we can put a nameplate on there's money coming only from China or there's money coming from. I think they are all interested, but they are not yet set up and settled that they feel comfortable to come all into Euro very quickly. So you have institutional players who are doing that, but I would say for Paris, from my understanding, we have had 2 or 3 or 4 investments from Chinese side, and they are looking, but not yet materializing.
Raphaël, did you want to come in on that?
Yes, I think first of all we have to wonder ourselves why these Chinese will come to us. Why do they want to invest in the UK, in France, in Europe overall, whereas their internal returns, we all know from the United Nations, is around 7 to 9% every year. So I went to Singapore in September, and we tried to answer these questions. And it was very hard to have a clear answer from these guys. First of all, because they are never clear. They say yes, they say no. You know, it's yes, no, or gray. And we understood first that they are quite feared about a potential bubble in the real estate sector and in some other sector which developed a lot. So this could be a reason. So looking for stability, maybe a lower growth in Europe, meaning that they will pick some opportunities in the countries where they are very confident that there is stability. I'm very sorry to say that for the time being, France is not one of these target countries, for sure, even by our neighbors, which goes to France because it's a deep market, it's a well-known market, it's a market they are confident in on the long term. But from the Asian perspective, which is on the other side of the map, we are just a very, very small countries which have to look for stability, find the stability, and prove its stability before they really try to invest in. In terms of amount, they have a lot of money. It's not a couple of billions, it's much more than that. They will try to allocate to Europe and to France. They know that France will be, on a very long term, it could be in 2 years' time or in 15 years' time, one of the target countries to invest in. But the time scale is just so different to the one we used to know in Europe and in the Western countries. So I think we should have first to be patient, then to wonder what will be our investment proposal to these guys, and then they will really they will come to France.